Did you know that the tasks that you hate and despise actually have hidden information? And that hidden information behind those tasks is actually the key to figure out why you're self-sabotaging yourself. Today, I'm going to show you 3 lenses to figure out what that secret information is and how you can use it to clear your resistance to taking action. Because I am not a parent, I take a little perverse joy in watching a small child throw a temper tantrum. Not because I enjoy seeing children in distress, but I have this level of appreciation for this little creature who is willing to share exactly how it feels in the moment. As it throws its toys around, as it flips over its plate, as it throws spaghetti against the wall, it is letting us know it doesn't like what is going on. And again, I can find a little enjoyment in that because typically I am not the one responsible for the small creature or the mess that they are making. And as adults, we have gotten to the point where we typically do not throw temper tantrums in that way because it wouldn't be a very good look for a 49-year-old man who doesn't like his lunch to flip his plate over and throw a little temper tantrum. But because we have decided in polite society we don't throw temper tantrums in that particular way, there's a part of us that when those emotions come up, we try and squash them back down. But the reality is, in those feelings of distaste and disgust and dislike of the tasks and the action that are in front of us, in addition to not liking those tasks, there's actually something hiding underneath those feelings. And what's hiding underneath those feelings is a story. And that is the story that is living in our subconscious mind that is preventing us from taking action and moving forward. When the subconscious mind says it doesn't like something, it's telling us something else. And because we don't like it and we're pushing it away, we're not taking the action we want. So if we take time to step into the disgust, see what is underneath it, not only are we going to understand why we're acting the way that we are, but it also gives us the key to transform that so it becomes easier for us to take authentic action. Today, we're going to continue the series on how to find root causes, and I'm going to share with you 3 lenses that we can use when we don't like doing something to find those subconscious stories, to transform them, to make action even easier. This is Monterastelli, and welcome to the Tapping Q&A podcast recorded live to tape from Williamsburg in Brooklyn. This is episode 560, originally aired May 24th, 2023. Hi, everyone. I hope this finds you well wherever you are and whatever time of day you're getting a chance. Thanks for spending a little time with me today. Today, as we continue in part 2 of our series on how to find root causes, I'm going to share with you 3 lenses to look through that are going to make it so much easier to figure out what is going on behind not liking tasks, which means that we are avoiding those tasks. Now, as we talk about uncovering these subconscious stories that are preventing us from taking action, the primary tool that I use to clear those is something that is called tapping. Tapping is super easy to do. You can do anytime, anywhere. And I've actually put together a short instructional video to teach you the basics of tapping. So if you are new to tapping, all you need to do is follow that red arrow in the upper right-hand corner. It will take you to learntotap.com. That's learntotap.com. And I have a short little video there that's going to teach you the basics of tapping. So not only do you know how to do it, you'll know when to use it to clear resistance like we are talking about today. Now, there is a very specific reason why we don't like things. The subconscious mind, the physical body, learns to have disgust and dislike as a way of keeping us safe. Typically, the things that are bad for us or are poisonous for us, if we eat them, they taste really, really bad. So it's our system's way of saying, no, stay away from this, push this back, push this back. And when it comes to things that disgust us, there's actually even some personal biochemistry that goes along with that. Some people have the genetic disposition that when they eat something like cilantro, it tastes like soap. And so again, the system's saying, this is bad, keep it away, where other people, it tastes fine and actually adds a flavor that they like. And so as we're trying to unpack and uncover these things that we don't like, it's really useful to understand where we are coming from in that particular dislike. Because there could be a task that you don't like and I don't like, and it's the exact same task, but they're very different reasons why we don't like them. And as we are navigating those very different reasons, depending on the level of dislike and the reason, sometimes we are able to overcome it, and sometimes we're not. And so that's the reason why I think it's so important for us to really investigate the things that we don't like doing, because we can hear the story underneath them. Sometimes it's painful. If I was asked to put tar on a roof in Miami at 3:30 in the afternoon on a sunny August summer day, that is going to be painful for me because it is physically painful. And so it's good to know that. And I can say, hey, if I want to do this, I want to do it a different time of year, a different time of day, in a different way, so it's less painful. So sometimes when we understand why something is painful, we can make accommodation to work on it another way. Other times, that sense of distaste of doing a particular task has nothing to do with the task itself, but it has to do with a story that is residing in our subconscious mind that is trying to keep us safe. So for example, I could be doing something in public and I'm going to be worried that people are going to judge me at doing that. Well, I don't like thinking that I am being influenced by the judgment of other people. I should be strong. I should take action. I should be exactly who I'm supposed to be in the world. And so the way my subconscious mind gets around that is it decides that it doesn't like the task. The task is distasteful. Then when I am avoiding the task, I'm not avoiding the task because I'm afraid of judgment, which feels bad. I'm just avoiding the task because it's painful, and it's reasonable to say, I don't like to do things that are painful. So even though we're saying something is painful, there might be this underlying issue. And so when we use the three lenses that I'm going to share with you right now, it makes it significantly easier to figure out, is it something that's just painful, or is it something that I can clear with tapping because there is some resistance that is here? So as we work our way through this, what I'm going to encourage you to do is I'm actually going to encourage you to grab a pen and a piece of paper and to take some notes, because as we're unpacking these things, we're going to be looking broadly, not just at a single action that we're taking. And I find it really useful when I'm doing work like this to capture those ideas and write them down. So as I'm engaging with them, I have a better sense of when I go back to tap on them or use whatever tool I want to clear them, it's going to make it significantly easier to do. So the first word I want you to write in your page is I want you to write the word hate. And after you write the word hate, what I want you to do is, and I want you to pick an area of your life that you'd like to see transformation in. It could be your work, could be your relationships, could be the things that you're doing to be healthier, to manage your household, whatever those things are. But I want you to choose one area of your life. And in that area of your life, I want you to think of all of the things that you want to do or you feel like you should do to have the outcome that you want. And I want you to write down every single one of those tasks that you hate to do. And we are told that we are not supposed to feel hate, and we're supposed to steer clear of that. And wandering around in a hateful frame of mind is not the healthiest thing to do, but there are times when it's really useful that we are honest with ourselves and dive in. So give yourself permission right now to name the things that you hate. And so as you make the list of all of the tasks that you hate, give yourself a few minutes to do that. Then when you are done with that, what I want you to do is after each one of those tasks, I want you to write down why you hate doing those things. And again, it could be it is painful to do. It could be other people are seeing me. It doesn't matter what it is, but I want you to write down why you hate doing those things. Because in the process of doing that, you're going to start to recognize where the distaste is coming from. It could be beneath me. It could be too hard. I could be incompetent. I could be being judged, whatever it is, but write it down. And so what this is doing is every single reason why you hate something is giving you an opportunity to go in and tap for something. So then once we have the list of all of the things that why we hate them, then what you're going to do is you're just going to do a little self-coaching. And when I say self-coaching, what we're doing is we're doing both sides of the advice conversation. So as we're tapping, what we're doing is I hate doing this thing because it takes so much time. I hate doing this thing because it takes so much time. I hate doing this thing because it takes so much time. So what we've done is we've done one side of the coaching conversation. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do the other side of the coaching conversation, which is us giving advice to ourselves as if we were giving advice to someone else. And so in a circumstance where I hate something because it takes so much time, the advice that I would be giving to a friend when they say something like that to me is, yes, it does take a lot of time, but in the process of it taking a lot of time, the benefit of getting it done so outweighs the time that you were doing. Even though I hate it takes a lot of time, I recognize in the long term it's worthwhile. Even though I hate it takes so much time, I recognize in the long term it's worthwhile. Because when I do this, it gives me, and you're just completing the sentences as you do that. And so what's happening is by recognizing you hate it and recognizing, well, it is actually valuable, you are going to move your way past the hate. So again, by recognizing the tasks that we hate and seeing why we hate them gives us a little window into our subconscious mind, which gives us a lever to start creating transformation. Number 2, write on your piece of paper hard. And after you write the word hard, what you're going to do is you're going to list all of the tasks that are particularly hard for you to do. And they could be new tasks, they could be long tasks, they could be effortful tasks, they could be things that are outside your competency. Doesn't matter what it is. Now, it is possible that some of the tasks that were on our hate column are also going to end up on our hard column, and that's okay as well. And so after you've listed all of the things that are hard for you to do, we're going to ask a little different question this time. Not why is this hard for you to do, but how do you feel about the fact that this is hard for you? I'm going to say that again. How does this feel that this is hard for you to do? And again, this is the opportunity for us to peer into the subconscious mind to figure out what is going on inside of there. Because it might be hard for me to do because I'm not competent at it. And I like being competent. I love being competent. I have a lot of my identity wrapped up in the fact that I'm good at a lot of things. And I don't like being incompetent. So if it's hard for me because I am not good at it, how that makes me feel is going to go, oh, I'm going to be judged. I'm going to be seen less than. Whatever those things are. But again, it's giving us insight into what is going on underneath, which gives us the opportunity to do some tapping, which gives us some opportunity to do some self-coaching. I don't like doing this because it makes me feel stupid. I don't like doing this because it makes me feel stupid. I don't like doing this because I look really stupid. So again, that's one half of the self-coaching conversation. The other half of the self-coaching conversation. The longer I work on something, the easier it's going to be. Everything I know how to do, at some point I was bad at, but over time I got better at it. Even though I'm bad at this, I can get better at this. When I get better at this, it's going to give me the results I want. So again, I'm just doing both sides of the conversation. I don't like feeling stupid. I am in a circumstance where I recognize learning that sort of thing makes a difference. So again, by looking through the lens of hard, and once we know why it's hard and how it feels that it is hard, that gives us this entry point to step into it. Number 3 is, I am not capable. Now, we bumped into with hard, sometimes it's hard because we're not capable or we're not competent at the thing, but I also think it's useful for us to look through the lens of what are the things you think you are bad at? And that's different than the things that are hard. Because there are things that I can do that I just feel like I'm bad at them. It's not a lot of effort, but I'm certainly not getting the results that I want. And once again, once we have that list of I am bad at this, and 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 these are the list of the things that you normally have to do in order to have the life and the success that you want. And then again, after you list the things that you are bad at, how do you feel about the fact that you are bad at those things? Jot that down. Now, it might be a circumstance that I am bad at this thing and I feel bad because lots of opportunities to learn and I have not learned. I have lots of opportunities to hand this off to someone else, and I haven't done it. Whatever it is, but how do you feel about the fact that you are not very good at this? I feel like a failure. I feel stupid. I feel overwhelmed. I feel it is too late for me. You know, even as a person who has a computer science degree and is steeped deeply in technology, there are still technology things, because technology is moving so fast, that I struggle to figure out. And I don't like feeling like I am behind the times and I am a fossil and I can't keep up. And again, when we start bumping into these feelings, what it does is it gives us the ability to start to unpack and understand what is the subconscious fear that is behind this stuff, that is holding us back, that is preventing us from taking action. And when we clear those, it makes it possible for us to take action instead. Again, the three things that we are looking at are, do I hate it? Is it hard? And what am I not competent at? And by unpacking those three things and then asking the question, why do I hate it? How do I feel about the fact that it is hard? How do I feel about the fact that I'm incompetent at this particular thing? What that's going to do is it's going to create the ability for you to tune in to what is going on here, not what is going on here, into the heart, to be able to figure out what is there, not just what is in the head. Because the resistance that is coming at us emotionally is so much more powerful in many cases than our will and our intellect to taking action. And so when we go in through hate, hard, incompetent, and figure out what the emotions are behind them, when we use tapping to clear those things, when we see those underlying root causes, then it gives us an opportunity to see things in a new way, do some tapping, create some clearance, so it makes it so much easier for you to take action. Well, if you've enjoyed this little process, what I would encourage you to do, you can see there right on the screen right now, is we have an entire series on finding root causes. Click on that. It will take you to the playlist and share with you all of the really, really amazing tools that will make it easier for you to find the limiting beliefs in your subconscious mind, which will make taking action and living an authentic life so much easier. Until next time, this is Monterastelli. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.